The alien queen's baby cried for hours, until a human man held her and everything changed. The infant's cry echoed through the great crystal halls of the palace, haunting, relentless, and sharp enough to shake the hearts of even the toughest guards. It had been hours. Nothing worked. Alien lullabies, temperature changes, gravity shifts, calming gases, neural waves. Every method the Valari Empire had used for centuries to soothe royal infants had failed. The queen herself, Serena Zera, stood at the center of the nursery chamber, her normally radiant skin dimmed with exhaustion. She was tall and regal, crowned in woven silver threads that shimmered faintly with her bioenergy. But now, even her posture sagged. Her daughter, barely a few weeks old, wailed in her crystal cradle. Tiny hands curled, soft pale scales glistening with tears. She refuses feeding, said the medical advisor. Her heart rhythm is elevated. Neural distress is increasing. I can hear it, Serena snapped. What I want is a solution. The healers remained silent. Then a voice spoke up from near the corner. Let me try. The queen turned sharply. The speaker was human. A man, broad-shouldered, tired-eyed, wearing the plain brown uniform of mechanic. Elias Darnell, part of the diplomatic maintenance team, assigned to oversee systems integration after the treaty with Earth. What did you say? Serena asked, voice cool. I said, let me try, Elias repeated, stepping forward with caution. I helped raise my sisters. I know what a distressed baby sounds like. The Valari guards bristled, and even the nurses murmured in disbelief. You are not authorized to approach the air, said one of them. Serena raised a hand, silencing the room. Explain, she said, eyeing him with curiosity. Elias cleared his throat. She's not crying because she's sick or hungry. She's crying because she's alone. She can't feel a heartbeat, can't feel warmth. You got her floating in a glowing pod with machines buzzing everywhere. She's scared. She is Valari royalty. The queen said stiffly, we do not coddle. Elias stepped closer to the cradle, gaze never leaving the child. Well, royalty or not, she's still a baby. A long pause. Then Serena whispered, and what would you do, human? I'd hold her, Elias said simply. Just hold her. Let her feel someone's heartbeat. Skin to skin. That's how we calm our infants. Primitive. Maybe, he said, but it works. The queen looked at her daughter, her only child, born after a long and costly war, the symbol of her people's survival. She clenched her hands, then nodded once. Remove the guards, she said. Let him try. The room emptied slowly. Elias approached the pod. The baby was tiny, softer than he expected. Her scales of the faintest shimmer of pink, her tiny horns still barely formed. Her cries hitched as he reached in. Hey, little one, he whispered, carefully lifting her out. She squirmed against him, voice breaking into a pitiful gasp. Elias sat cross-legged on the floor, holding her to his chest. The heat of her body met the warmth of his. Her face pressed against his collarbone. He began to hum, a soft, tuneless melody, something his mother used to sing when the power would go out back on Earth. The child stilled. Her breathing slowed. And then, silence. Queen Serena watched, stunned, as her daughter clutched a fold of the human's uniform and let out a small, trembling sigh. I don't believe it, she whispered. Elias didn't respond. He was focused entirely on the baby. She just wanted to feel someone, he murmured. Even Valari infants need love, don't they? After that day, things changed. The queen didn't return the child to her pod immediately. Instead, she had a cradle moved into her personal chambers, and Elias was summoned daily. At first, he thought it was a fluke, but it wasn't. Every time the child grew fussy, Elias held her, talked to her, hummed, Let her grab his finger with her tiny claws. She falls asleep against his chest every time. Serenia began watching these visits closely, sometimes silently, other times asking questions. Why do you speak softly to her when she doesn't understand the words? She understands the feeling. And you never had children of your own? No, Elias said, but I wanted to. Life got complicated. One evening, as Elias rocked the baby near the balcony overlooking the nebula fields, Serenia stood beside him and asked, "Do you love her?" Elias blinked. "I don't know if I can say that. I've only known her a short while. But you care." "Yeah," he said, looking down at the baby's peaceful face. "I do. You've done more for her than all my healers combined. I just held her." "You gave her peace," Serenia said. Then, softer, "and in turn gave it to me." Weeks passed. Rumors spread. Some Valari nobles were outraged. A human, holding the air, comforting the queen, unheard of. But the people, they whispered differently. They spoke of how the infant had stopped crying, how the queen, once cold and distant, now smiled, faintly but undeniably, when she watched Elias with her daughter, and how, one day, Elias stood before the queen, ready to leave for his next assignment. "I guess my time here's up," he said, carefully handing the baby back. The child immediately fussed, reaching out to him with a tiny clawed hand. Serenia caught her daughter gently. "You would leave her?" she asked. "I wasn't meant to stay." "She'll cry again. She has you. She wants you." He looked at her, confused. "You want me to stay?" The queen stepped closer. "I am queen of a people known for their power, not their hearts. But even I see the truth." She looked down at her child. "She chose you." Elias was silent for a moment. Then, "What would you have me be? A nurse? A guardian?" The queen raised her gaze. "Something more." Her words hung in the air like starlight. And when the baby reached again toward Elias, smiling this time, he knew his answer.